So in the previous lesson, we learned how we can use group by to get the total sales for each country. And as you can see here, this is the result that we got for the US, UK, Canada, and France. And we have the total sales. And how we can apply or how we can use other functions, other aggregations like min, max, and average. But for today, we have another question, another problem that we need to answer, which group by cannot really do or answer. So we have which country have sales more than 1,500? Which country? So we have a condition. We want only the countries or the sales or the customers from these countries that have sales greater than 1,500. Not all the sales, but greater than. You would say, why don't we use where here? We cannot really use where. Why? Because where we use where would we want to filter data or filter rows according to a condition. This condition will be applied on the data inside the table or inside the table itself. Like if we want customers that have sales more than 1,000. So what where will come and test this data. Is it greater than 1,000? If yes, it will recall it. If no, we'll ignore it, and so on. But for this case, we want to filter the resulted data, this data, okay, these rows, after applying the sum and after applying the group by, not before. So where cannot really work here. Of course, I'm gonna have another video in the upcoming video will be about the difference between where and having. Okay, the differences. When do we use this and when do we use that in more details. But for now, you need to understand this. Where we use it when we want to filter the data that we have inside the table. Is it greater than 1,000 or no? Is it equals to the US or the UK or so on? But if we want to filter the resulted data after sum and group by, then where cannot work. We need to use having. Okay, so we are going to be using having, and having should be put after group by. Okay, this is like a keyword, should be written this way. And after having, we have a condition. What is the condition? Total sales or the sales should be greater than 1,500. So here it is gonna be like this one. We want some sales, which is the total sales, should be greater than 1,500. So in this case, if it is greater than 1,500, I want it to be shown. If it is not, just ignore it. So when we use this, of course, this one is not going to be the resulted one, the resulted data, because we still have having. We should filter this data. So it will come to the first one and compare it. Is it greater than 1,500? Yes, it is greater than 1,500. So we are going to get it in the resulted data. Okay, this is going to be shown to us. Next, is it greater than 1,500? No, so ignore it. Is it greater than? No, ignore it, and no, ignore it. So we have only this one as a resulted data because it applies the condition greater than 1,500. Let's apply it in the VS Code. Control E, Control E. So we have here is the result by using sum or aggregation and also by using group by. So we have the result for each country. Now we want to filter these data according to the condition, which is having. Okay. What having some sales greater than 1,500. Now when we apply this, it is going to filter these data according to this condition. Control E, Control E. So we have only one result, 1,900 for the US. Okay, So this is how it works. Of course, we can apply any other thing, for example, the average, the min and max, or so on, anything, and we'll have the result. And also we can have, or we can like group it according to other columns, like the city. We can see the city, and here Control E, Control E, it is going to be applied, and still it is going to be shown here. Why? Because in the US, as you can see here, the US, we have New York and also New York. So it is the same value, okay? So we can just come to here and also mention the city to see the result. And we'll have it also the New York. So no change. If we want to change the name, instead of sum, we can make it as total sales to make it more obvious. Total sales, and we have. So this is how we can use having to filter the resulted data after applying group by and aggregation.